How's it going, guys? Cracked Rack here. Today we're going to be discussing why I enjoy smoking cigarettes and the cons of it. Now, there's plenty of videos about this out there, but we're going to put our spin on it. And, well, my spin. I don't know why I said our. It's not like I have the Venom suit on or something. This video is discussing them from a realistic point of view, like, just some regular guy on the street compared to some corporation being like, oh, cigarettes are going to give you cancer immediately and you're going to die and shrivel up into a prune and die. And it's just more complicated than that, so we're going to discuss why I enjoy smoking, why I also hate it, and we're going to smoke a marijuana joint with some keef in it. Now, I promise I'm not doing this for validation. I just really like marijuana. And what a better thing to combine than marijuana and making videos. Alright, so, why I like smoking, why I don't like smoking. I've been smoking cigarettes for a very long time. Well, in my short life, a very long time is like 10 years. I started smoking cigarettes maybe when I was like 13 or 14. I'd find butts on the ground, and I was so gross. I'd pick them up and be like, huh, what are these? And I'd take a hit. I'd be like, damn, that hits the lungs. And I'd be like 9 years old. From a young age, I was just fascinated by the concept of smoking a stupid little stick that would, decrease your life expectancy and also give you like a rush of adrenaline, pretty much. I was like, what the fuck is this? So I started smoking cigarettes, and only when I could get my hands on them, which was very rarely when I was a kid. I lived in Oregon and Montana, which have some of the strictest cigarette laws in the country. Like, holy shit, getting cigarettes there when you're underage is fucking impossible. It's hard to get them when you're an adult sometimes. And I think this did something psychologically to make them more valuable in my mind as I got older. Because when I hit 21, which is the new age, it did not used to be that way. It used to be 18. When I was 18, I could get a pack of cigarettes. And now you have to be 21. And when I was 21 and was able to consistently get them, I wouldn't stop. I'd literally buy a pack, smoke probably half of the entire thing in a day. By the next morning, I would have finished the entire thing off. And for a long time... And for a long time, it gave me a rush. I liked it a lot. And I felt fine. I didn't feel sick. Probably for the first, 6 months of doing that, I felt fine. I was able to smoke as many cigarettes as I wanted, and I would feel fine. I wouldn't feel sick at all. However, when I turned 22, coincidentally the next year, holy shit, I was absolutely fucked up. And this is where the cons come in. So I couldn't breathe, I kept spitting out mucus, I felt like absolute shit all of the time, I was just nauseous every day, and I had this weight on my back, and it was just because I wanted another cigarette. So we'll get into all of this in a minute. I'm smoking this joint. It's kicking my ass. After smoking cigarettes for so long, though, and having so many positive and negative experiences with them, I think that I am quote-unquote qualified to talk to you about them. So overall, why do I smoke cigarettes? Well, there's all sorts of minute details and reasons of why I like cigarettes. I like the way it makes my teeth feel. I like the little adrenaline burst it gives you when you're tired especially. I like the burn in my throat. I like just, the general feeling of nicotine. I think everybody does. At least most everybody does. If some Mormon Christian preacher from, 1943 is watching this, then okay, maybe not them. I really just kind of look forward to it. When I wake up, I'm like, oh, I have that. I can go smoke a cigarette real quick. And that's genuinely like a nice boost. It's also a great social activity, at work, at home, and social settings at the mall. If you're like, shit, I'm in a group of people, I don't want to get high on anything, let's smoke cigarettes. So those are the pros of why I like smoking cigarettes. Let's be real, there's also kind of an allure to them. They have a huge allure. If you like edgy things especially, you might be like, ooh, look at these dangerous looking things. And yeah, that's definitely why a lot of people buy it. There's no shame in that. Con number 1. They make you cough up fucking gross shit. I remember a month after smoking, quite heavily, it not only felt like someone, ejaculated in my lungs, stuck their dick in each of my lungs and went, filled it up to the top. It also felt like every time I coughed up, that I was coughing up parts of my organs. And every time I'd spit into the sink, there was like maybe a little blood in there, which luckily has not come back. A little bit of dark mucus, weird shit that has no excuse for being in spit. And seeing as I didn't want to die, I reduced my cigarette usage by probably like half. Ever since then, I've never really had a problem. I've even cut down below that, and I try to smoke the lightest cigarettes I can find, so I think I'll be okay. Have never had any really huge side effects since I did that. But that's a huge con, and it's a real risk. You also run the risk of pneumonia. If you smoke way too many cigarettes, I've never faced this luckily, knock on wood. Pneumonia is basically when your lungs get infected, and it's terrible, and it's a pretty high rate of death. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can be 14 and die of pneumonia. You can be 4. You can be 80. Doesn't matter what age. Pneumonia is deadly, but it's also kind of rare, and you have to smoke a lot. You have to smoke like half a pack or more every day, consistently, even when you're sick, which I don't think is realistic. I don't think anyone's going to do that unless they're suicidal. So, that's pretty unlikely. The other thing with smoking cigarettes is the cancer risk. I'm just saying, it's dumb. It's way overplayed. Yes, there is a small % chance that you could develop cancer and fucking die from smoking cigarettes. But what those surgeon generals don't discuss, because they just want everyone to be safe or whatever, is that you have to be smoking like 20 years, 10 years, many, many, many packs. Sure, there's the weird anomaly who's like, oh, I smoked 4 packs and now I have lymphoma. But that's just not likely. It's very unlikely. If you aren't like a 90-year-old person who has like throat cancer and like throat removed or something like that, and you're like, I don't know, maybe 40, 30, 20, you can actually reduce cigarette damage quite a bit just by stopping. It's not fun, but if you're near death, like, you know, pneumonia and shit like that, sometimes stopping cigarettes can be. So overall, cigarettes can be enjoyed moderately, like a glass of Diet Pepsi, or a beer, or a slice of pizza from Pizza Hut with pepperoni and jerky all over it. It's fucking bad for you, but just like a fancy chocolate, if you're not a fucking idiot about it, you're not gonna fucking die. And if you do, it's because you unfortunately happen to be a rare anomaly that just was a bad statistic. Now, I'm not condoning smoking like pack after pack after pack. You do have to moderate it. You know, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 a day if you're a bigger person. But overall, cigarettes are an expensive, unhealthy, but also delicious, fun, and rewarding habit that I can recommend if you are over 18. Now, I don't really care if you're under 21. That's so stupid to me. I think that if you're 18, you should be able to buy some cigarettes. It's not like you're going to go smoke a cigarette and crash a car into a building or something. So, yeah, that's all. And, oh, I really do want to emphasize. I mean, over 18, under 21. That, under 21 is fine. 18 plus is the